because I realized I hit the live button and I look over and I'm like, why don't I see my camera? And I look at my camera and I still had my little shutter cap on it. It was like right before we went live. I was like, so that's why I had that weird look. Hey, Lydia, how are you, kiddo? What's up? How have you been? Doing okay? I made some cool stuff. I think you would appreciate this, Lydia. I think you would. I got a couple of new molds in for resin, and I made a little bat tray. So cute. I am going to get some good pictures of them and put them up in the shop. And I made this guy. And it's actually a box. How cool is that? So I saw that mold and I was like, I need this in my life. It's beautiful. Hey, Sarah Beth, what's up? How are you? How are you feeling? All right, here's the last thing. I didn't make this recently, but I painted it recently. Okay, just thought it would be cute. It was just a white tray. It says thinking of you. It's so cute. It's a little voodoo doll. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm in a goofy mood. A very goofy mood. Which should make readings interesting tonight. So, tomorrow we have Witchy Wednesday. And Witchy Wednesday tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing some really personal celebration that I do. Celebration, ritual, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to share a very personal Samhain ritual with you. And I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also not looking forward to it because I know I'm a baby and I cry a lot. So I'm like, ah. Hey, Lori, what's up? How are you doing? You like Zarabeth, you like the little tray. I don't know when did you get in here, but look at this. This was the thing that I was like super stoked about. I was like, oh, I was so proud of how that turned out. That looked, yeah. So these are going up soon. And I got an order today, a custom order for one of these guys. So I'm excited. My shop's getting some more business in there, which is really nice. The opinionated moment. I am taking questions. We have a queue. Just ask what you want, and as I get to you, I will read your cards. Yeah, Zarabeth, I made the skull thing. Yes, it's a resin mold, so I poured the resin in there and then I painted certain aspects of it. Angela, what's up? Okay. All right, Mina. I will see what we can find out for that question. Now I know Lydia, Zarabeth, Lori, and Mina, you look like you'll be fourth. Angela, do you want your card read, kiddo? Tonight, by the way, we are using the Goddess deck. After the Sandman deck last week, woo! That Sandman deck put us through the ringer. It had no cares about your feelings. So I was like, let's take a break. Let's take a breath. Let's grab our Goddess deck and we'll go from there. Ooh. I mean, it was truthful. The Sandman deck was very truthful, but it was woo. Woo. Oh my gosh, Angela, why were you in the ER? Well, you don't have to answer here. You can just PM me, all right? Just PM me over on Facebook and let me know. Make sure you're okay. Obviously, you're home now, so you got to be somewhat okay. But just want to make sure you're okay, baby. Oh, Zerbeth, that deck was intense. It was incredibly intense. I not see. I noticed that Danielle is not here today. It was too much for her. Hey AJ, how are you? All right, let's get to Lydia. Lydia, you got the Six of Cups. So in this card, there are things blooming in these cups. So they're very happy flowers. It's like a refresh. That's what it feels like. It feels like a refresh. Now, you, as far as your feelings right now, it feels like you're not doing this, but you are coming back up, if that makes sense. Like you were I don't know, your thought patterns were on a descend. Like they were more negative than positive. And now it feels like you're kind of back up in this upswing. Like there was a light that recently kind of clicked on and you're like, oh, okay, there's that. Follow the shiny. That's what it feels like. And let's see. The Six of Cups. Harmonious home, children, and childhood memories. Longing for the sweetness and innocence of the past. Ah, so that's the tick. That's the whoop. Like there's, how do I put this? A perspective has changed in you. There was something that you had put a negative spin on, and it has changed. You have this different outlook, and because it's a different outlook, it does seem a bit brighter now. It's not as gloomy as it was. If that makes any sense to you, Lydia. That's what that means. Zarabeth, Zarabeth. I do that every time almost. And I promise you all that I would stop singing because I can't sing. But here I am, singing for you again. I do you and Maria the same way. Oh. AJ, you could definitely get a reading. All right. Ooh, you got the Six of Swords. You got some decisions you're making? Or decisions you have made? These are decisions you have made. New knowledge that helps one to move beyond current limitations. The lessening of difficulties. Travel. This goes into last week's. Last week, it was saying that things are going to get easier for you, that the decisions you've made are becoming fruitful and all that. Like, remember, it was like, life looks good for you. And this is a continuation of that. It's like, yeah, like you are in a winning streak. There are things that you are being shown as far as knowledge goes. You're being shown this knowledge, and this new knowledge just amplifies the joy, and it amplifies the words coming treasure. I don't know why it says treasure, but you're seeing more treasure. You're seeing more treasure than trash. That's it. You're seeing more treasure than trash. Ah, Lydia. It does resonate with you. Okay. I'm glad it makes sense then. Sing to you, Zarabeth, as you marinate the meat. That sounds like a punk rock song right there. Marinating meat. I don't. I'm sorry. I'll stop. So yeah, Zarabeth, it's just a continuation. of last week's card. You are just in a winning streak right now. You're just in a winning streak. All right. And I believe, okay, I had Zarabeth. Lori, you're next. I'm sitting there going, who's next? Where's the cue? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Lori, this card's for you. Lori, there's a lot of hardness. That's the only word I can explain. Like harding. I don't know how to, like heaviness, but it's like a heavy hardening. The Four of Staves. It has a man and a woman standing in front of an archway. It just, I don't know. There's a very big heaviness in my chest right now. When I started connecting with your energy, Lori, it just a big heaviness. Stability of ventures, a new home, accomplishing goals, satisfaction, putting down roots. There's a new normal. Like I'm trying to, there's been a lot of upheaval lately, right? There's been a lot of upheaval. So this card almost signifies that there's a new normal, that things are getting into like this way of life. It's the new life. And you're getting used to it. Everybody's just kind of falling into this. That's what this signifies, is that you can find happiness in this new weird way that things are going. But there is definite happiness there. You'll get used to it. That's the only thing that comes up, is like you're going to put roots. You'll get used to it. So that's what that's coming out from. All right. Mina, it's your turn. Mina, it feels like there's a nervousness about you. I feel it in my hands, like a tingling in my hands. Sacrifice. It's the card you got. Sacrifice. Specifically, since this is the goddess deck, this is Kuan Yin. Now, you are new to my channel, so welcome, by the way. And the way that my gift works is that not only do I pick up the images from the card itself, but I look at the words, and the words kind of get bolded off the grid, off the guides for me. So I'm going to read the words and see which ones come up for you. A surrender to higher principle, higher goals, self-abnegation, taking care of others, sacrifice in order to gain wisdom, empathy. The one that bolded up was taking care of others and higher principles. So does this person possibly feel like they have to take care of you? Or is it the other way around, that you feel the need to take care of this person? Um, hmm, that's a very interesting one. Taking care of others, higher principles. Yeah, that's the only way to take that, is that there is a definite one-sided, one-sided, one of you feels the need to take care of the other. Um, and you stand on higher principles for that. There is, how do I'm struggling for the word of it. Um, one of you has family that doesn't like this. One of you has family that doesn't like this. And then the other of you, like the other person has family that's like really excited by it. It's just this weird thing. Like one family dynamic is in a different fine damn it. Bleh, bleh, bleh. That's how it feels. Oh my gosh, the tongue-tiedness that I feel, it's like this confusion that you're in right now. That's why you're seeking this whole understanding. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? So the messages that I'm getting through, like it's like a lot of talking right now, but the messages that I'm getting through is it worth it? And see, there's just so many. There's a lot of things that I'm hearing at once, and I can't tell whether this is the message that the cards have kind of peeked up, or if this is inside your head. There's a lot of things that are just kind of like swirling around. So I'm trying to pick which ones are meant for you. Right now, what I do know is for you is that one of the other person is looking to take care of. Like this is a obligation to take care of. Um, and the whole background is this worth it? Is this worth it? I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but there's just a lot of just going on, Mina. A lot going on. Um, it's very hard to pinpoint what who's it directing to? Is it directing to him or is this directed to you? I don't know if this is it worth it is directed to you. It feels like it's directed to you. Like you need to answer that question and then you would have the answer to the question you asked. All right. So, all right. Angela, you are next, kiddo. And then I believe it's AJ, then I believe it's Michael. Mina, if that makes sense, let me know. If it doesn't, see I always tell everybody that's just kind of like sit and wait and maybe in a minute it'll make sense. I've had people that I had told one lady that somebody around her was pregnant. She had no clue what I was talking about. A week later, she texts me. She's like, my best friend's pregnant. So I was like, sometimes it makes immediate sense. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense at all. Hey, Alicia, how are you? How are you doing? All right. So we have Angela and then AJ, then Michael. And then Alicia, do you want a card too? All right. Angela. Angela, you are exhausted. You are absolutely exhausted. But for some reason, there's a worry of job. I don't know why you have this worry of job in your head. You have Prince of Cups. Aww. Okay. This is what I'm gonna immediately like take from this card. Your sweetie's taking care of you pretty well. That's what I'm taking from this. But let's see what your words have to say. See what your words have to say. An invitation or offer. Young children who, with their gentleness, allow one to experience innocence anew. An invitation or an offer is what I'm getting. The offer is what I was picking up on at the beginning when I said the card. Like, he's offering to do things for you. They're offering to just make sure you're taken care of. Take them up on that offer. Don't try to do all this by yourself. All right? Take them up on that offer. It'll make them feel good too, like they can help. Okay? All right. Next, we have AJ, right? Was it AJ and then Michael, or was it Michael and then AJ? It was AJ and then Michael. Okay. Making sure. All right. AJ, hope you're doing good. Missed you last week. AJ, I feel a dizziness. Like the day has been just a day. Okay. Transformation. Your card is transformation. What are you wanting to transform? What are you doing, AJ? Transformations. The need to allow something to die in order to create room for the new. Painful change that is necessary, creating life out of death. So, like you hear, something's coming to an end, but you've had a inclination to this for a while. You've kind of known something was going to happen. So something's coming to an end, but this card signifies that it's not just an end of chapter. You get to sit it with the book and not know about the rest of the characters for a while. It's, we're going to close this section up, but there's a sequel, so you get to see the characters again. Okay? So that's what this is more like. Like, there is a close. It's almost as if this is what it feels like. It almost feels like at work, there is a closing of your current position. And then you're going into a different higher level position. So you get the same characters, like I said, the same characters. It's just one job is coming to an end and the new one is coming open. You hope it is for a new job. All right. Yeah. That's what it feels like. It definitely feels like there is this thing coming to a close, but it is familiar in the same way. So even if it's not this job within a job, there is a familiarity from what you're doing now and what's closing now to what will be. You will still have this comfort in that next step. That's what that means. So let's hope that it's what you want. Let's hope it's what you want. All right, Michael. Let's see. Your question was, all right. All right, let's find out. Let's see if there's anybody that's interfered with choice. can hear the pulse in my ears. Are you nervous, Michael? The world. The world. Why would you get the world? What is that? Experiencing connection with the universe, a sense of expansion and hope, and awareness of the fragile ecological balance, travel, and communication. Your words are connection and balance. You're asking if someone has specifically done something, and it's not someone, it's some things. The world. There is a disconnection. What once was connected is now no longer connected. This isn't an act of an individual, but a perception of all. Wow, that makes no sense to me whatsoever, but I hope it makes sense to you. A perception of all. There's some like really high end word, like the vocab in this one is a pretty big one, all right? So like the messages I'm getting for you are these very almost philosophical kind of whispers. And the biggest one is that the world came in between. The world came in between. It wasn't a solitary person. It was the world that came in between. There is also a message about balance coming in here. And that is that there was an imbalance. And that imbalance is causing a teetering. So this is an interesting one. Thank you. All right. Hey, Amanda, what's up? Oh, Lori, I hope Dan is good. I hope Dan is all right. And no problem. I understand. Hey, Jared. Happy Tuesday. All right. Alicia, you are next. And Amanda, you can definitely get a card. Alicia, you're trying to concentrate. Feels like, though, like you're trying to concentrate, but there's background noise. And then your head started spinning for some reason. It's just like, ugh. All right. Got the Ace of Staves. Ace is always cool. All right. Ace is always cool. Staves has to do with illumination. How we are getting knowledge. Not what we're doing with the knowledge, but what we get with the knowledge. And you've gotten the Ace of Staves. So, beginning of a focused creative period, inspiration that inspires action. The masculine or yang aspect of life, great energy. So, there's the words that are poking out, and I don't know why, but it feels like an adventure. So there's these creative things that you're doing, right? But it doesn't feel like you are working towards a goal, but you are working towards a goal. But it's like this, it's just an adventure. It's a very adventurous kind of feeling. Like, I don't know. I can't explain. Like the meme about kids leaving the classroom and they look like the hobbits, like leaving the Shire, like, That's kind of what I'm getting from you, is that this new creative outlet that is working, like I said, you are focused on a goal, but it doesn't feel like work. It's just you're so passionate about it that it feels fun. Um, you are all right. You are all right. I remember when mine were toddlers. Barely, but I do remember. But that's what it feels like, Alicia, that you're working on something very creative, and either it's been a very recent thing, or if this is the conversation you needed to have in order to go ahead and do it. All right. But it's very creative. It's a lot of fun. It's working towards a goal. It doesn't feel like work to you. That's what this is. All right. Amanda. See, I told y'all I would not sing, and I do it every time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love y'all. And when you love a friend, you should not hurt them. So I should not hurt you with my singing. All right, Amanda, let's see. What card can I get you? Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. Swords, I think you've been getting a lot of swords lately, if I can remember correctly. It's always a decision with you. It's always a decision. And I'm not sure why it's always a decision, but it's definitely always a decision. The perfection of understanding, wisdom gained after struggle, the ending of difficult situation. Oh. You've had it rough the last 2 weeks, haven't you? This is a prickly end. Meaning that when you have resolution to this doesn't feel good. But it's a relief. So just know that as this situation comes to a close, and as much as those points are going to hurt, it is better. It is better. Yeah. Yeah. It's now that all the preparations have been done and you are now alone with your own thoughts, this is going to make things hurt, and it will be a process to heal. However, ultimately the situation is a better situation, and that doesn't help the healing. That doesn't help the healing at all. I remember people telling me that about my granddad. When my granddad passed away, they were like, "Oh, at least he's no longer in pain." It's like, I still want my granddad. Like, like, this doesn't hurt any less. So I understand. I understand. Or I understand from my perspective. Just know this card's telling you that overall the situation is going to be one that you heal from and you are stronger from. So, yeah, I remember that with my granddad. We saw it coming. We knew it was coming, and it didn't make it make it hurt any less. And I will be talking about that tomorrow when we talk about the ritual that I do for Samhain. We'll be talking about certain people in my life. that I honor for that night. My granddad's one of those. So, you will get better, and it will get better. And the overall situation and the reasons it's happened have positive effects on your life right now. You just need to kind of go through the dazed and confused part of this to see to the other part. Just one step at a time, though. Read a story with my seniors today. We had an excerpt from the book Bird by Bird, and the excerpt was it's talking about writing with anxiety and depression, but it was such a powerful little thing for me. This is the first time I ever read the story, and the girl was talking about how her brother had a big, huge essay written about 20 different birds. He had 3 months to do it. He didn't do it. And then the night before, sat at the table crying, right? And the dad looked at him and said, just take it bird by bird. And what a profound way of going through life. Take it bird by bird. When something seems very big and unmanageable, and something seems so difficult to get through, it's just bird by bird. I'll get it. I'll get there. Bird by bird. How do I make it through the week teaching? Bird by bird. Oh, it is so hard to do. Yeah. So hard to do. Nemo, I have heard that. And, I guess to an extent it is true. But to an extent also, unfortunately, there are people in this world that their bodies lie to them. Their bodies don't make the chemicals to tell them the right things. And so, they can't see it that way either, So, Amanda, that's actually really beautifully. Oh, oh, that makes it extra special, Amanda. Makes it extra special. Oh, all right, Jared. Did you want a card? I believe you did. I don't know. You just say hello. Amanda, did your boo thing want a card? Oh, I'm looking over at Amanda's comment. I'm just like, it's so sweet. I know, Sarah Beth. I'm like, oh, it's so sweet. All right. I will read Jared a card. Jared, it hurts right here when I started to read your energy. It's like right above my right eye. Okay. You got 10 of staves. 10 of staves. And staves is that creativity, right? So you got 10 of staves, though. Does that mean I'm super creative? Maybe. Let's read your words. The culmination of the creative venture begun with the one of staves, success that becomes overwhelming with its responsibility. So this is a goal that you have achieved, but because it's grown too fast almost, or the it almost feels like this, okay? I'm going to tell you this. It feels like you went up a notch at work, and then you also created something off to the side. And both of those things are doing really well, but now you've got too much going on. But it's like that. It's you've got two different things happening. Both of them are going okay, but they're just too much. and so you're kind of feeling a little overwhelmed there. Take some time for yourself, rest, reset, remember why you do those things, why they bring you joy, why do you continue doing it. That's what you need to remember. But definitely take a reset. Take a reset. Ah, 10 days before the wedding. That's where you're going to get your reset, right? You guys are going to take a good honeymoon, right? At least one night away from the whole world. Take one night and just enjoy the two of you. All right. That way you get a little bit of a reset. All right. And I think that might be it as far as who requested a card. Oh, no, there's Christine. What's up, Christine? Do you want a card? Oh. Oh, Alicia, did I not give you a reading already? I thought I gave you a reading already. Am I going crazy? I thought I gave you a reading already. I'm like, what? No problem, Christine. Oh, all right, Alicia, let me get you first. For some reason, I thought I got you already. My bad. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Christine. You know what? I figured, I know I had this and I needed, you see my channel art. My channel art is green hair, glasses, and a witch's hat. I'm like, y'all, I need to start wearing my witch's hat. But I made this, and I think we decided that in December, either December or November, I gotta check the calendar because I know I wrote it down. We are going to make witches' hats. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a fabulous felt witch's hat. So. Oh goodness. Well, Alicia, because they're sensing the power of all these witches online right now. That's what's happening. All right, Alicia, let's get your card. The world. You got the world as well. You got the world as well, but this one is a different thing. This one for you is connections. This one, I want to see what words get bolded. An awareness of fragile ecological balance. You're becoming very, very aware of how things kind of are put together in the aspect of your life, like how things connect, and how if you pull from this side starts to tilt. Like you're starting to understand where this balance lies. Now it's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting. And the work that you've been putting in just makes you feel older than what you are, right? But you are starting to kind of see where things are connected. There is a thing that I think of in the back of my head right now. I guess this happened to you last week or a couple of days ago, but there was a childhood toy that you didn't understand how it worked. And then, like, now all of a sudden you get it. There was something to do with your childhood and you didn't understand it, the mechanics of it. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I get it now. That's kind of what's going on in your whole life right now. You're starting to see the mechanics of your life. You're starting to see how if you push this, this starts. And understanding that is going to propel you forward in your own success. Where do you want to be? Understanding that all that energy and how it interplays is going to make you successful. So keep observing, keep pulling little strings and seeing which ones move. All right. This is a good thing. Oh, Zarabeth. I need to see the hat. Is it on Facebook? I haven't been on Facebook yet today. Well, I was, but not nearly enough. I had no scrolling. It was just like checked my notifications and then got off. So if it's on Facebook, I will see it later. Ah, Alicia. That makes sense. It's that connection. That's why this card is such a thing. It's just the connection. Sarah, I get to play with costume stuff tomorrow to finalize what you're wearing. Oh, ho, ho. I'm still debating whether or not I will be Serafina on Friday for our school dress up day. I don't know. I really don't know. I've got another costume, but it's super heavy. It is really heavy, but I know it's going to be cooler. So maybe, I don't know. Uh and your wolf service dog is what? Oh no, Lori. So that played a big part in you understanding connections though, didn't it? Like there was things that you didn't know you relied on? I don't know. Like that makes sense to me for some reason. Um have you've not found the dog yet? I am so sorry. Oh, that sucks. All right, Christine, I'm gonna read you a card. Oh no, Alicia. I would be talking to the county mowers. That's for dang sure. That's for dang sure. All right, Christine. Christine, there's a lot of colors. I don't know why. Just a lot of colors. Bright colors. Bright colors and black for some reason. That's what I see. Bright colors and black. You got the Three of Staves. The Three of Staves. We've had a lot of creative energy tonight. An enterprise about to culminate in success. The ability to transform goals into realistic actions. Why are these colorful? Why are these super colorful? Like, when I say super colorful, I'm talking about like the color of my hair, like these bright colors that I see. It's like these splotches of bright colors and dark, like a black, like it, so that way it's a contrast. I don't know. I see these colors, and then it is this like your card is saying you've made the right choices. This is a creative endeavor. It is realistic. That's the biggest thing that's coming out is this is realistic. This is possible. Do not doubt. But it's very realistic. So Alicia, yeah, you're right. They shouldn't have been mowing your yard. Do it. Do it. Go live tonight on TikTok. Do it. I had a horrible experience the other day for about 5 minutes, and then I blocked everybody. That I had some people come into my life that were just not like they were looking for an argument, and I don't feel like arguing. If I'm doing craft, I just want to craft. So if you go live and they start messing with you, block them. Block them. There's no reason why you have to engage in energy that you didn't ask for. Block them. Christine, that feels right. Good. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, so you caught it on TikTok the other day? Yeah, it wasn't, like I said, the first 5 minutes I had some people that were trying to instigate a fight, and I just don't. There are times where I will fight back and I will argue with you, and there are times where I just don't have the energy to argue with someone that just wants an argument so that way they can try to get you all fluffed up, and I don't care. I don't care enough. So, like, all right, whatever. Christine, that is good. You do need to get back to your passion. That's kind of what this is saying, is like the messages I'm getting for you are that this isn't a pipe dream. That's the one thing. This isn't a pipe dream. And that word is very specific. This isn't a pipe dream. This is something that you are meant to do with your life. This is your calling. Okay. So this is a good thing. All right. I'm going to pull a universal card for our week. Let's see how our week might go. I know last week the cards were like, okay, things are going to be okay. Let's see what the cards are this week. Those Sandman cards, though, they're no joke. When we need some heavy clearing, we'll pull the Sandman out. But until then, no. They made people cry. So here's your universal card. Got the moon in shadow. We got the moon in shadow. Well then. Feeling a change as changeable as the moon. Discomfort with intuition. We're going to have reason not to trust ourselves this week. We're going to have reasons not to trust ourselves this week. I'm going to pull an oracle card. Why do we not trust ourselves this week? Something is going to test our strength. Something's going to make us feel powerless. All right. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for something that makes you feel like you have your power taken away from you. That moment, I describe it for myself. It feels like that moment when I know that I didn't clean my room and my mom is coming down the hallway and now I'm just out of luck and out of time. I'm about to get in trouble. That's what that feeling is. I was powerless in that situation, right? So whatever happens that gives us those feelings, don't let it be a reason why you don't trust your gut. All right? You should always trust that gut of yours. Always trust that gut. All right. All right. Christine, it should always be your jam because it seems like something you're good at. And it said, live your dream. Woo! See? That's what I'm saying. When you have a bunch of witches together doing divination, it is amazing energy, absolutely beautiful energy. The universe talks through so many, and it's just gorgeous. All right. All right, my lovelies. Tomorrow, I will go over my Samhain ritual, which is a way that I honor those that meant a lot to me and who have passed away. So I will be sharing that with you. It's a deeply personal thing. So I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. Um, but until then, my lovelies, be happy, be safe. All right. And I'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got it. I forgot Asha. Wait a minute. Wait. Don't hang up now. Asha. I didn't see her on there. Amanda. Amanda's like, wait. Hold up. You forgot somebody. That's your kiddo. She's like, she didn't read my card, Mom. She didn't read my card. I'm so sorry, kiddo. Okay, now she's laughing. Okay, all right. Sorry, kiddo. And yes, I call you kiddo because I'm sure you're quite younger than me. Okay? There's a lot. Whoo! Okay. Hold on. So, Asha, here's what I'm going to tell you that I pick up on for you. All right? You don't have complete walls. You've got these little buildings, these little walls that kind of escalate up. And it's like you make it past a couple of them, and then there's just this wall where there's something that you just nobody needs to see behind that wall. Everything else, the little obstacles depends on you as a person. Can you get past that wall? Right? That's what I feel like with you. Like there's these walls that you've built, but there's walls for certain people. Certain people have walls. Um, there's certain people that won't get over the first little wall, and you know that they're not worth your energy at this point. But you have this like level system of letting people in. You've got judgment that you place on these walls. That's interesting. It's interesting. And it's so hard. Your brain is like, I don't know. It's a wiggly noodle. And that made you laugh. Okay. How do you think it feels like to be me? All right, kiddo. All right, the sass. The sass. All right. I think I finally got a card. Finally, the deck was like, okay, I think this is it. You've gotten movement, but you got movement in shadow. Movement in this deck is Rhiannon. And I am going to find it for you. One moment. One moment. There we go. By the way, Rhiannon is a British goddess. The reverse meaning or the shadow meaning of this is impatience, disregard, or insensitivity to the signs around you. And what I'm picking up is impatience. You know, you want things to not go back to the way they were. Like there's a thing that there's a time, and there is this feeling attached to this time. And it's not that you want to go back in time, because characters are different. You want that feeling. That's what you're impatient for that. You're also just an impatient person. I feel like you do this a lot. Like your fingers are tapping. You tap your feet a lot. You're just an impatient person. That's quite all right. That's what makes you you, right? If you tap your fingers a lot, if this is correct, get yourself some drumsticks, kiddo. All right? Someone say, get some drumsticks. But you're an impatient person. So the universe is really just saying, hang on. All of this slowness is to teach you something that you don't have, and that is patience. It is always going to teach you how to be patient, how to calm that, how to center it. So, is that a wiggly noodle? Yes, that's what her brain feels like. Her brain feels like a wiggly noodle. It's very pliable, it's very squishy, but it's wiggling. All right. So that's what I got. That's what I got. Her impatience is being tested so that way she can learn patience. All right. Now, I believe I got everybody. I'm not sure. My brain is stupid tonight, apparently. Let's see. I'm waiting for you guys to catch up. I know that we have such a bad lag with conversation. So I feel so bad for you guys because I know like you're putting something in and there's times where you say things and it lagged so much that it makes it look like you replied to something else. So I'm always trying to be like, was that recent? Or all right. I will see you all. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. We are going through my ritual and I will show you how to put together your own. If you're wanting to participate tomorrow in what I do, basically what it is that we are going to do, we're going to have a box, candles, and pictures of your loved ones. Inside my box, I do have some things that are personal to those people. So if I don't have a picture, I have an artifact, that kind of thing. So if you're wanting to participate tomorrow, that's what you can do. All right. All right. And Alicia, we are done for tonight. Unfortunately, you caught us at the very, very end. But next Tuesday, I will be doing this again. And please feel free to come and join us then. All right. All right. My lovelies, be happy, be safe. Love you.